You certainly have had a surprising number of near-death experiences. What did you learn from being that close to the edge?
One is to listen to the voices for openers, and secondly, how powerful it is. Sometimes, in two occasions, I argued again, of course, and certainly to my detriment. I could have been killed that day, and it was where I was standing at a given angle, and there was something being pounded on over here, and it was vibrating, and it was a piece of steel. They were trying to take the tip of it off with a sledgehammer, and they had it in a vise, and it was vibrating, obviously like crazy. So finally, the vibrations got to the point where it just flew out of the vise. In the meantime, my voices are saying, "Step back and to the left, now. It kept at me, and I'm going, what? It's over there, and the angle's okay. What's the matter with you? And so when it did come out, at that split second, I went like this, because I finally thought, well, I'd best do something. So I went to go this way, and that thing came out, and it hit me here. And this line is still in there, scar from that. It cut me to the bone. And also, it would have impaled me right through here if I hadn't done this and glanced off my forehead. And so, believe me, that was quite close. There have been other times where I was going along in a car with my first wife and her parents in the car. We were going up the Fraser Canyon, and there was a car ahead of me, kind of nudging out onto the road, and he had his hand out. He wanted to turn left. He wanted to go around and go back the other way. So I thought he was going to stay there. I got real close. The guy turns into the lane. So, and I still don't know to this day how I did it. What happened was, my brain took over. My unconscious took over. Said, do this, and I slid sideways. Put the brake on, slid sideways, and as I got this close to him, mind you, there were telephone poles like this. There were other cars and two-lane highway, other cars coming the other way, and so I came this close, and it said, okay, step on the gas, jump on the gas, and do this with the wheel. So I did that, and sure enough, it went like this. Missed all the cars, missed the telephone poles. I got to stop a little further up. And I look around, my wife and her parents, their eyes were big as saucers. And they were just frozen. And so the guy who did finally turn around, he drove into a laneway and he turned around and was coming out. And of course I was nuts by this time, so I was going to haul him out of the car and beat the hell out of the guy. And his eyes were as big as theirs. And so he locked his car, of course, all the doors were locked. And I did not a good thing. I couldn't get him because he took off and went down that way. And so as he was driving away, I saw a big rock, and I just threw that rock and went right through his rear window. Didn't hurt him, I'm sure, but he didn't stop. He didn't come back. And so to me, that was unbelievable. How that ever happened. I mean, wow. And the family took them 20 minutes to get over that one. They were talking about it for months after. You know what Kenny did? No, that wasn't me, believe me. I knew nothing, so I just did what I was told, and so sure enough. But all I know is if we don't listen, we don't act instead of react, act. And like that, there's a lot of it. I say this, the voice that says, you're about to step in dog do. And you look down, and you say it's your left foot, and your left foot is already raised. So you're going to step. When your foot comes down, you're going to step in it. And so you look and you go, oh, so you change, just push your foot aside, and everything's fine. But if you don't listen, it's to your detriment as an individual. And so I've just learned to listen and do my very best to carry out the suggestions. And this is all according to Robert Ornstein again. He says that the unconscious is half to a second and a half ahead of us. So therefore, that explains about the left foot being out, and it just comes to us. And the voice says, "Hey," because we don't know what's going on, really. And we're somewhere else, we're thinking about something else, and here comes the voice. Sure enough, we're about to do it. So I tested that theory out, actually. I tested a lot, and I lived in a place where there were 2 elevators, and they weren't synchronized. One stays here and one goes, and so on. As the place I am now, it's fixed. Anyway, the other 2 elevators, you never knew which one was going to come. And so I'd say, okay, think nothing. Which one's coming? And then the brain goes, that one. Oh, come on, it's got to be this one. No, it's this one. Okay, so I stand in front of the other one on purpose. Sure enough, this one opens. Okay, thanks. And I did that every morning for months. And I also try it. I play a lot of computer golf. And computer golf is really between here and here. And so you hit the mouse and then you let it up. And when the indicator comes back down at the bottom, you gotta hit it on the bottom. And if you hit it on the bottom, the ball's gonna go straight. If you hit it this way, it's gonna go that way, and this way, that way. It's either side of the bottom. And so I got to where I press and then I just leave it. And I put my attention to the bottom. And sure enough, my finger lets off at the top wherever I want it. And then when I'm concentrating on the bottom, sure enough, it gets close and I click. I hit it on the bottom every time. And when I'm not doing that, it could go anywhere. It's just like catch it and I go, oh, I gotta hit the bottom. And so miss it. But to me, that's proof for me that is occurring, aside from the dog tube.